Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me today for another episode of Gold Wingnut Live. Each week I answer your questions about things happening in Sumter County and the villages. These weekly broadcasts and the construction update videos I produce are two of the ways I bring information to you about the construction happenings here in the villages. At Gold Wingnut Productions, I also provide a photo video service for new homes under construction. If you're building a new home in the villages and you need someone to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates, then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo video package for your new home. I've nearly 20 years in the construction industry as a project manager, and in the last 6 years, Gold Wingnut Productions has provided this valuable service to over 300 homeowners. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work's being done right and when it's not. I'm not just taking pictures like some others do. I'm watching your home build with a trained eye to help ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange your package today. Now let's get started with the show.
All right, everybody here?
Wait, why does he get to lead the meeting?
Because if it's broke, don't fix it. That's not how that goes.
Yeah, that's actually the instructions on your ice cream machine.
Huh? Yes, ma'am. Blessed evening to you all. Do you mind if we move some cars through here? Our drive-through line is just a little longer than the usual 7 miles.
Just tell him to pull up and wait like the rest of us do.
Or just make them park. Or, and hear me out, make everybody park. Yeah, or just let them sit there a few hours till they question all their life choices. Oh, golly gee, no, drive-thru should be fast, efficient, and an overall pleasant experience for the customer. I'm sorry, can you repeat all that again? Okay, first order of business. What does Grimace know? I'm sorry, these are the wrong notes.
That's actually impressive. McDonald's just found a new way to get our order wrong.
Here we go. Does anybody have anything new coming out? We have depression. Well, oh no, meats. We have the meats. Well, hold on to your chalupas, because the Mexican pizza is back, baby.
Wait, where did it go?
Huh? That doesn't matter.
No, you tell him what you did.
Took it off the menu so people would get excited when I brought it back. But listen, you do the same thing every year with the McRib.
How many times do I have to tell y'all? The McRib is not food.
Let me tell you something. Ain't a one of y'all know how to treat a customer. Question, what is a customer? Am I saying it right? No, y'all, the trick is to leave stuff on the menu, or then always be out of it. Okay, quick reminder that lying is a sin. Oh, well, so is unseasoned chicken.
I'm sorry, why is Popeyes here?
You know, back in the day, I used to have fried chicken. Oh no, don't say chicken. Oh, it's too late.
I made that same noise last time I was at Taco Bell.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I comboed myself.
Come on, y'all, we've been over this. Fried chicken meets across the street in the church basement. What, why? Tell them to all come down here. I want to meet Hooters.
Oh no. Hey, sorry I'm late.
Thanks, but I think we're all good on cash. Actually, I'm kind of going through a little rough patch myself, so if you have a few dollars that you could spare.
I don't understand what, Oh, wait, what happened? I used to be Pizza Hut.
I think his speaker's busted.
I think it's just peeking out. Hey, you ain't got to yell, Hoss.
Yes, he does. We have to stop taking customer favorites off the menu. Unless it's the snack wrap.
Or the Java Chiller. Or large milkshakes. Or real bread.
Or the Whopper with the black bun.
Wait, that was real?
Well, yeah, it was a Halloween burger.
No, that's disgusting, son. Yeah, you gotta call that a fall festival burger.
Who makes a Halloween burger? I don't even have a roast for that. You got some problems, man. You need to talk to somebody.
Again, what is a customer? That's gross. Remember when I made the hot dog pizza? A hot dog pizza. Now, why would you ever make either one of those things? It was a Pizza Hut, remember? I know I still look the same. Nobody ever changes the roof. Wait, now I'm a Mexican restaurant.
Down the hall, Golden Corral and Ryan's have a support group for this.
Hey, sorry I'm late. You know, bread bowls are such a good idea. I thought, why not try bread spoons?
Who?
Let me just say, not a good idea. Noted. What in tarnation?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this meeting is just fast food only.
I know. I have a drive-thru.
Yeah, but do you get customers in and out quickly?
No, but that didn't stop you from joining the club.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Nobody's ever roasted Wendy's before. I think we gotta let you in.
Well, thank you.
Dude, it's just hospital food.
What'd you say?
Hey, buddy, you should probably just hush up.
Don't say hush, puppy.
Oh, no, it's happening again.
Well, this isn't so bad. Yeah, on second thought, I don't think I belong here. I'm sorry, can you please hold?
Alright, I'm gonna go cook a chicken. Oh! The chicken's done.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's Don and this is Gold Wingnut Live. Glad to see everybody joining in. I don't even know how many people we have on right now. 36, and it's going up slowly. Okay, excellent. So thank you for joining me. This is Gold Wingnut Live, and we'll talk about the things you want to talk about with the villages and Sumter County. Got the hiccups from my coffee. How about that? Something new. Anyway, today's sponsor is Shade Masters USA. They are a great company. If you need blinds, you need shades, anything to block the light, whether it's your garage, your lanai, your house windows, give them a call. Great stuff. Surf to Turf Home Inspections. Tom Stevens, he does a great job checking your house out for you. Definitely recommend getting it done both that first week after you close and at the 11th month. Magic Stairs, can't say enough good about them. It's about safety with Magic Stairs, and it really does make a big difference. And kitchen-wise, closet-wise, of course, great people. Scott and April, they do your closets and that. They also own the Grout Medic, another company of theirs, which they seal your grout for you, things like that. Give them a call if you need these services. And a new sponsor is Mom, which is Marco of Memphis. He does exterior cleaning of your house, your lanai and all that. He was over my house on Friday, did the whole house exterior, the lanai, the front screen lanai. I'll say this, the house hasn't ever looked better. It looks better today than it did the day I closed on it 2 years ago. And it's been more than 2 years. It's been closer to 2.5 years. My goodness, where's the time go? But definitely worth giving them a call. So, had a few questions already. Okay, so the one question was about the watering. So the way our system works is, we've had all this rain, the retention ponds are full. That doesn't help the water tables, unfortunately, because our retention ponds are lined so they don't percolate through, but we reuse all that water. And, it's a great system, and it works very well. There are some areas that spill over into natural wetlands area. For example, Evans Prairie is a natural wetlands area, so those areas between 44 and 466A. Yeah, I've only lived here for 12.5 years, and I can't even remember what the heck it's where. But they can overflow into Evans Prairie, which is a natural wetlands area, if the retention ponds get too big. But what they do is, when the ponds get full, they try and make sure that they still have capacity for a storm coming in. So they're going to pump it down. So that's why you see the sprinklers going right now on Morse, on Marsh Bend Trail, throughout the villages. When the retention ponds are high, they're going to keep them pumped down this time of year so that they have plenty of capacity if a storm comes through. It works in our favor, trust me. After seeing a few storms come through here, the system works extremely well. But it's funny because if there's a hurricane coming, you're going to drive down the road. It's raining cats and dogs, and the damn sprinklers are going. And you're going, what sense does this make? Well, it's because the boulevards and the golf courses, which are the main areas where they use for percolating the water back into the water table, they're not blocked. So the water, the rainwater can pass through and percolate into the ground and come back part of the water table, but it empties the ponds. So it's a good system. When I don't remember what anyway, 8 years ago, 8, 9, I don't know. It's all a blur. Had a big storm come through, and lots of water everywhere. That's when I did my very first video on YouTube, was of the rainstorm. And it was considered a 125-year storm. Our system is designed for a 100-year storm. And lo and behold, it held all the water it needed to, plus still had reserve capacity. All right, so yes, 168 came out last night. It was done the night before, but busy day yesterday. I had to golf. I mean, we got important things in life. But then I had houses to take pictures of and things like that. So it was a busy day. I finally got it outlet last night, got it uploaded to YouTube. I'm glad people are liking it. It's got a couple of thousand views already. So let's see. Thank you for updating the Constitution update. Good stuff. Okay. Just seeing what's going on here. Let's see. Thank you, Miami 168 was great. See what's coming. Did you get a chance to do your Saturday home pictures, or did the weather not cooperate? So, Larry, I got them done. This morning I was actually playing catch up. Larry is one of my customers, and he has a beautiful home at Hattiesburg. Huge yard, huge pool going in. It's really nice. But I've spent so much time trying to get this video out this past week. I didn't have time to do my weekly YouTube videos for my customers. I got those out this morning. This evening, I'll do the upload from yesterday, and I'll start working on the videos for this past week. It was a hectic week. Anyway, let's see what else. Yeah, I don't even know how many views it's got. I could check, I guess, just out of curiosity, because people are talking about it. Looks like, oh wow, over 4,000 views already. So hey, and we're finally up over 23,000 subscribers. Thank you everybody for subscribing. I appreciate it. These are good milestones to hit these 1,000 viewer marks, and it's been struggling to get above 23,000 for the last couple of weeks, and now it's at 23,004, and the views keep going up. All right, let's see. All right, Walt wants to know, what do you think for a timeline for builds in the area of the new courtyard villas at Antrim Dells that you showed? So here's the problem with that location right now. They have all their efforts, their equipment all focused down in the Thompson's Marsh area and the southern end of CDD 16. I had to think which CDD we're talking about. Southern end of CDD 16, getting that prepped. To break away some equipment is, for a small area like that, is a little more challenging than doing a whole large area. It's only like 9 or 10 acres. But, I honestly, I would not expect it to see anything probably until after the first of the year. It's not a pressing need. They still have lots of market down at the south end. So, yeah, like I said, maybe after the first of the year. Let's see. Let's see. What's this one? Jeff says, so Jeff Monash, he is Village Air Filters, reusable air filter. He's one of my sponsors in the video. But he has a great product. I have them in my house, and I wouldn't trade it. These $50 air filters you buy have to buy at Amazon or Home Depot or Lowe's that are paper, forget it. Just take these, you rinse it out, it's done. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Have you mentioned the reduced speed limit on 301 north of downtown Wildwood and the removal of the no cart sign on Bingham Trail? No, I haven't. I didn't even know about the removal of the no cart sign. I know that the city of Wildwood put out a map that shows where all the areas where golf carts are allowed. I did not know about the reduced speed limit north of 301 on 301 north of downtown Wildwood, though. I didn't. Let's see. Hope I had a nice round of golf. Well, gosh, what's it been? 5 weeks ago, I had a little accident with the drone. I went to go grab it. It was starting to rain. I went to go grab it, and I basically took off about, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch deep chunk of meat off the end of my thumb. So if you go back and look, the last 2 or 3 weeks, I had a bandage on my thumb, this one right here. So I hadn't played golf in 5 weeks. And I can honestly say it did not hurt my game to miss the miss it for 5 weeks, I still golfed just as lousy as I always did. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I was with my friends. Great group of guys. We've been doing this now for 10 plus years. Oh gosh, no, it's closer to 11 years now. And every Saturday morning we play golf, then we go out to breakfast. We always meet at Daryl's, and it's a good thing. It's a good time. One of the great things about being in the Villages is the community, the friendships that you make here. It's definitely a blessing. Let's see. What is this? Golden Winged Spirit. I have no idea what that is. Okay. Mark wants to know, do you feel sorry for those 3 properties near the fire station and new substation? Crazy not to sell to TV. I have no idea what you're talking about. 3 properties near the fire station and new substation. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. The non-Villages properties. I thought you were talking about Fire Station 48. You're talking about Fire Station 49, which is down in, it's down near Legacy. They're not the first people to do that, to not sell. There are several properties around the Villages where it's basically surrounded by the Villages. It's their choice. All right. Let's see. Villages Prophet said, I saw an update that Lux Steakhouse will be opening next month. In the next month or 2 will be reservations only. I would ask everyone to remain calm about this situation and see what actually unfolds. Yeah, I don't think that reservation only is going to be too successful. It's a small restaurant though. So maybe, they've got tough competition, because just down the street is Prime and Ember, which, man, Fred Karamapur, the owner of FMK Restaurants, knocked it out of the park with Prime and Ember. Wonderful food. They have this salmon cheesecake. I know it sounds weird. It's a cheese dip, like a cream cheese dip that's salmon flavored. Oh, it's phenomenal. But the first time you see salmon cheesecake, you're thinking New York style cheesecake, and you go, nah, I don't know. And we were hesitant, but we gave it a shot, Debbie and I, and it's phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. All right. I saw trim notices online with a 4% discount for paying early. My taxes will only be going up 50-ish. That's amazing. Testament to the fiscal frugality of, okay. So, yeah, I put together my list for today, and you guys are just knocking it out of the park. Let me find it here. Yeah, so here's my list of things I wanted to talk about today. And I just realized, oh yeah, I do have sound here. I just don't have picture. Okay, that's interesting. But anyway, trim notices are out. Video 168, we've talked about both those. I want to talk about libraries, deed restrictions, and Amendment 3. And hopefully the sound came through. Everything on my screen says the sound went through. But anyway, Muskie, let's talk about why your property taxes went up 4%. Your property taxes went up 4% because of the Save Our Homes Act. It actually only went up 3%, at least on the county side. I don't know what the school board did. I honestly didn't pay any attention. I saw the trim notice for both of my houses, and I noticed that the only thing I really looked at, because it's the only thing I really have any control over, is the county property tax. And it went up 3%. Save Our Homes Act allows it to increase only that much. Had we not had the Save Our Homes Act, my property tax would have taken a significant jump. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes when we talk more about the trim notices, when we get caught up here. Let's see. Larry wants to know, I'm waiting to hear about an important anchor store at Legacy Place. Waffle House. You've been watching those southern videos, those things about being in the South videos that I show all the time. Hey Art, good to hear from you again. Thanks for watching the video. 4% discount for paying early in November instead of waiting until April. Oh, I got the sod father on the phone, unfortunately. Hang on, folks. Bob, if you're watching this, I'm going to have to get back to you. I don't have it hooked up, the system hooked up today for the phone to hear your conversation. So anyway, anchor stores at Legacy, Waffle House. Yeah, gotta be great. They're great. So one of the things that the county has to budget for, Muskie, is that 4% discount. We have to budget to make sure that our expenditures, how do I say it? We have to assume that everyone is going to pay early, and in Sumter County, it's higher than just about any other county in the state for people paying early. Obviously the villages has a lot to do with that. The residents here are generally financially stable, and they want to get their bills paid early so they can take the little bit of extra savings that they get. So we got to account for that. We also have to, we're only allowed to spend 95% of what we collect. That's in the state statute. So, if we have $1 million coming in, we're only allowed to budget for $950,000. And it has to do with, uncertainties, price changes, things like that. So that way we don't overextend ourselves. Wow. Let's see. Sam says, on the trim notice, if I had a new home that closed in 2025, I was happy to see the trim notice was below the sale price. Is that normal in a new construction? I think resales are always reset. So, good question. What you're seeing is the value of the improvements. It's not the land, okay? So you're getting taxed on the value of the improvements. But, it's, when you, wait till next year. Best I can say, Sam, because this was the second full year for us with our Moultrie Creek house. We saw a substantial increase in the appraised value to the tune of nearly $200,000 is what the appraised value went up. But I didn't see that. All I saw was a 3% increase because of the Save Our Homes Act. And then it goes into the Save Our Homes Act savings, which is at the bottom of the statement, and that's portable. So if I buy a new house, I take that with me. This is third, fourth, I don't know, I've lost track. So I had a house in Haines City. When I moved from Haines City to the Villages, I brought with me about $85,000 worth of savings, and that was great. I actually had one of the most expensive houses in our Courtyard Villa community, but I had one of the lowest tax bills because of the Save Our Homes Act. When I moved to Moultrie Creek, same thing. The value that I picked up from the Save Our Homes for my Ventura Villas home, I brought with me, and now I see another increase, and that's great. And that's, that is one of the things, I see many videos right now, people talking about, oh, your property values went up, and the counties are getting a glut of money because of it. No, they're not. No, they're not. Because even though the value of my home went up nearly $200,000 according to the tax collector's rolls, my tax bill only went up about $60, okay, because of the 3%. And it's based on the previous year's value. So that's very misleading, very deceptive what's being put out concerning Amendment 3. Let's see. Mom washed our patio bowl this week. He showed up on time and did a great job. Yeah, he did. Yes, Roxy, that is Downton Abbey. I'm a huge fan. A few years ago, my wife convinced me, just watch an episode or two, see if you like it. I think we're on our 13th time through watching it right now. We're on season 3? Yeah. Yeah. Mary just gave the newspaper guy the boot. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Sod Father. Okay. Thought a call in option was on. It should be. I haven't set up the soundboard, and I apologize for that. Supplied and charged in the villages. Okay. Our sewer base charge is double in LaGrange that it was in Middleton. Can you explain how the utilities are supplied and charged? I can explain how they're supplied. There are several wells for potable water, however you want to pronounce it. There's one over by the high school football stadium. There's a well there. There's another well over by the turnpike. I showed that in the video yesterday. Those are the water supply. As far as the sewage, it all goes to the sewage treatment plant there by Fire Station 48. And how they calculate the charges, I have no idea. I'd have to get somebody from either InScud or the other water district to try and explain that one to me. All right? So I wish I had an answer, because I don't. Let's see. You shaved. Yes, I did. My wife, though, it has been, it was last Friday I shaved my mustache, and here we are 10 days later, and she hadn't even noticed. So, what can I say? Ask a teacher. Let's see. It says, we live in Moultrie Creek. And yeah. That was Joe Strata. I got to call him back. Anyway, he says, frequently notice smoke outside. Some residents are guessing that this is FDOT burning trees along Turnpike expansion. Is that smoke is coming? Actually, no. There's been a prescribed burn down in the Green Swamp area, which is in the southern end of the county. That was. It's something that they do to get rid of the undergrowth. They do prescribed burns just about every year, and that's where the smoke is coming from right now. I'm sorry, I didn't notice before. I think that WP701P is my wife. Oh boy, I hope not. Okay, so James says, good morning, Dawn, from the Marshall Islands. We will be full-time in the villages in a couple of months. Good, congratulations. It's going to be a big change from the Marshall Islands, I'm sure. Can you tell me exactly what we need to do to get your homestead exemption and the Save Our Homes Act? Good question. You have to establish residency, register your vehicles, get your driver's license here, and that pretty much establishes your residency. Honestly, you're going to have to talk to the property appraiser to figure that one out, because I don't remember. It's been 20 years that I've been a Florida resident, so I I don't know what it takes to establish residency in Florida. I know though if Amendment 3 gets passed, all right, and you are a resident right now, okay, before the first of the year, you'll be eligible for the additional $100,000 in exemption to your home's value in the property tax. If you wait until after January 1st, then you fill out the paperwork and all that, but you don't get it for 5 years. So yeah, why they came up with that idea is beyond me. But you know, again, if you get here, take advantage of it now while you can. So Hugo wants to know, since retention ponds are full, why are the irrigation restrictions? The irrigation restrictions are put out by the water management districts, and regardless of the fact that much of our irrigation water is reclaimed water, the water management districts don't recognize that. The restrictions are in place because the water tables are still low. We need a couple of really good storms to come through and to make a difference on the water tables. But let's see, Joe says, can you tell me where you can find lot sizes for the new area in Sumter County? Easiest thing to do, you know what? Good question. Let's, oh yeah, I know what I gotta do. Let's go to the web page, the web browser. Let me find it. No. All right, so we're on the web browser. Let me, yeah, I believe, trying to remember which map it is. Oops, GIS map, agree, close. Let's zoom in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the property appraiser. And come on. Unfortunately, it's not letting me resize this the way I need to. On the left here, there's some place that says subdivision tract numbers. Anyway, it's the way you'll find them is go in here and under parcels you'll find a setting to show dimensions. It's someplace over here. Again, I can't see it because for whatever reason it's cutting it off. I guess because my screen is too narrow right now. But it'll show you the dimensions of the lots that have been registered. Okay, let's go back. All right. Do you think they will have live music will have music at Live Oak, something like Sawgrass? Based on what I'm seeing for the layout, no. Yeah, they're showing a shopping center and I think it's 7 outbuildings. So there's really not a town square area. But, you know, again, when this came out the other day, it caught me by surprise. I had not anticipated that. I thought it was going to be more recreation area. I knew that the rec center, the Legacy? No. Whatever the name of the new rec center is. The new rec center that they told us about at the same time. I knew that where it was going, but I wasn't sure what was going on the other side. I did not expect it to be shopping, just because of the close proximity to Legacy Place. But hey, they got a lot going to the south, so they need to do some infill, I guess. Let's see. The 5-year delay on tax exemption is a lawsuit waiting to happen. I would agree 100%. When Sodfather says, when new home construction near Eastport finishes up and all the new construction gets further away from Eastport, what's your prediction on how that will affect resale versus new homes and demands and pricing? I'm going to say that the areas around Eastport and Middleton, they're akin to the similar properties around Lake Sumter Landing. If you go look at the properties around Lake Sumter Landing, they're real high in price, much higher priced than a similar house maybe halfway through the area between the sixes. And it's just because they're close to Lake Sumter Landing. And we're seeing some huge value increases in the properties around Eastport. So I think LaGrange and Oak Hollow and all the ones, especially the closer ones, will be well insulated. It's been my observation that it's pretty hard to lose money on a house here. The values go up and they generally stay up. Yes, during bad economic times, there is a little bit of loss, but I've never heard of anybody selling for less than they paid for it. So, again, being close to Eastport, being close to Middleton, I think is a win-win. You're not going to regret the purchase. All right. Took my utility bill to prove residency for the homestead. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate the input. All right. Whew, where are we at? We are at 3:30 already. Wow. Oh, my coffee warmer's turned off on me. My coffee was getting cold. All right, and I'm not an iced coffee drinker. Coffee is hot and black, and that's the way I drink it. All right, so what else do we have going on? Let's go back to my list and see what else we had on there. Oh yeah. So let's talk about deed restrictions. Boy, oh boy. So, as many of you probably remember, I was talking about a gazebo that I was putting up in my backyard for my grill. And I knew what the deed restrictions were in CDD 10. I did not really pay close attention to this one particular item in the deed restrictions for CDD 15. And because of that, I had someone file an anonymous complaint. It's their right. I'm not upset. It's my mistake. I did not bother to really read the deed restrictions for CDD 15. I have since read them now. But anyway, I submitted to the ARC to get the gazebo retroactively approved, and lo and behold, it was denied because the requirement is that the gazebo have the same type of roof as the house. Now this is a little 6x8 gazebo. A friend of my wife's lives outside the villages. They took it off our hands. We hoisted it up, put it on a trailer, and they took it home. And I no longer have a gazebo in my backyard. It is what it is. But pay close attention to your deed restrictions, especially if you move, because they vary from CDD to CDD. And sometimes they vary within the CDD as far as the individual subdivisions. So look real carefully at them and always make sure that you do your ARC approval before you do something stupid like Don Wiley. So fortunately, I'm only out about $500. A little bit of frustration. My fault, my own fault. I should have, I was a CDD supervisor for 7 years. You would think that I knew better. And sometimes we screw up. Let's see. How far on 470 will the four-lane expansion extend to the Dabney side? Will it extend to the Okahumpka Post Office? I don't believe it extends to the Okahumpka Post Office. I think it extends just to the end of the village's property, right there, just past Chandler, where there's that small commercial district. That's as far as I have seen in the plans. I don't remember exactly how far from Chandler it is, but it's just past Chandler that it goes back to 2 lanes. Now, I say that is the road agreement that it's either Leesburg or Lake County, either one of the two, Leesburg or Lake County, has with the village's developer. The village's developer is building those roads, just like they're building many of the major roads in the southern portion of the villages, the widening of 470 and so on. Could they have another contractor do the rest? Absolutely they could. Will that happen? I have no idea at this point. Let's see, there is land being cleared on Warm Springs just east of Bingham Trail. Any idea what's going in there? Sorry about the gazebo. Yeah, again, shame on me for the gazebo. East of Bingham Trail. I'm just going to assume it's more commercial property. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I have seen a whole host of them come through. Some of the websites I look at, I see them, and if it's a little strip mall or something like that, I don't really key into that too much, unless there's something significant about the location, and that's not what I'm seeing at that place. All right, you know what? Let's take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be right back. Thanks for sticking with today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. Pardon me for just a minute while I go grab a fresh cup of coffee and stretch my legs and back. While you're waiting, let me ask you a quick question. Are you building a new home in the villages and need someone with a trained eye to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates? Then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo-video package of your new home. I've nearly 20 years experience as a construction project manager, and I've been offering this valuable service to residents for over 6 years. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work is being done right and when it's not. Fortunately, serious issues are rare, but even the most minor issues are better caught during construction than during closing. I'm not just taking pictures of your home like others do. I'm watching your home being built with a trained eye to ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange for your package today. Now let's get back to the broadcast.
So we've heard rumors about alligators being kept as pets, even being domesticated.
Which is definitely something. What's your take on that?
Oh, man, I like it real nice, man. Real nice. Good home, good eating. Folks be real trusting, Chair.
Yeah, trusting is the word.
And what are your thoughts on other pets?
Oh, other pets? I come across them from time to time. Me always busy. keeping themselves occupied. Little movements, little habits. Yeah, I like 'em plenty, me, mon ami.
Can we switch places?
What do you want?
We want to play golf?
Fine. I'm Norman. Every day's a nightmare, and the only thing I hate more than my job is the human race, okay?
Okay, I guess sorry for being here. This is your job, though, right? You choose to be here.
No, it's not my job. It's my curse. Oh, and just so you know, we punched the greens. Greenskeeper said it wasn't necessary, but I said, nah, punch the freaking greens. What I really want to do is punch some whites. This one was my choice, too. It's cart path only today.
Really?
Oh, it looks like it's beta cucks only today, too.
What is happening?
Have an awful day. Hope I'm dead before you finish your round. Tee's yours. Drive it into the creek with a cart, the ball, I don't care. See you in hell. See ya! Ah, crap, another one. Come on through.
You know, I think I know this golf ambassador. I think I've seen him at one of the village's golf courses. Oh, some of the stuff that people put out is pretty funny. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? We talked about the. Okay. After your first. Okay, this is from James. He asks, after your first year on your new home, do you keep the original termite company or change? I changed. The company that was originally doing the termite protection on the house I bought in Moultrie Creek, I was very displeased. They came around and they said, "Oh, you need to sign this. This is for the termite protection on your new house." And it was like, wait a minute here. Why do I have to sign for it? This should have been part of the closing document. I started looking at it. It was a renewal contract. I thought that was pretty shady. So I went back to Bates Exterminating. They're the same exterminator I have used. I used them at my courtyard villa. I used them at my veranda home. And now I use them here at my patio villa. I don't even have to worry about things. They always take care of things. If there's a problem, they come right out. It's been a great company to work with. Again, it's Bates Exterminating. Give them a holler. I was actually surprised because when the guy came here, I guess it's 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was going to give me a quote, and come to find out, he saw the truck. He says, "Are you the Gold Wingnut guy?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Man, we get calls from people that you referred to us all the time." I was like, I said, "Well, you guys need to start paying up some advertising dollars." But no, I mean, I have no problem with recommending good companies. Anyway, so there you go. But no, I went with a different company. I was not happy with the attitude of the people that I was dealing with. Let's see. From Muskie, is there something new about medical office development on Warm Springs? I saw something in Village's news about a medical office development on, okay, that probably is the new area he's talking about. Where is the sidewalk over 470 Bridge over the turnpike going to go? It looks like right into the on-ramp for the turnpike. I'm going to try and figure that out. People will get to the other side for safety. You know, that's one thing I haven't seen yet is the rework of the on-ramps, because that is a significant issue. I know that there's some rework supposedly going on the east side. I have not seen anything on the west side. And the west side, obviously, because of that sidewalk, that's pretty significant. But I haven't seen anything yet on that. So Jerry and Linda says, do you believe in buying termite protection on concrete stucco homes? Yeah. You got to understand what termite protection is. They're treating your house. You're buying an insurance policy through the company, the exterminator company. It's all you're buying. So if your house does get infected, they're going to come out, they're going to treat, and then they have a policy that basically takes care of the cost of repairs. I had this at my house in Bartlett, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Memphis. It's where I first moved to when I got out of the Navy 27 years ago. Oh my God, I'm getting old. But anyway, and we had a termite problem. They came out, they tore up the wall, they did all the repairs, they treated everything. And I asked the guy, he says, yeah, he explained it to me, it's just an insurance policy that they take out. But yeah, I think you definitely need to keep termite coverage. I have seen many termite mounds here. We live in a subtropical climate, and termites are one of the most prevalent insects in the world. Let's see. I watched the Freedom 250 Grand Prix from Washington, D.C., so, okay. All right, cool. So inspiring. Got it. Now I see. All right. Yeah, thanks, Jerry and Linda. I watch your broadcast, your show every, is it Monday morning? Yeah. When you come out with a new video each week. I wish I had the free time to put together my videos at that frequency. It just my videos take so much work and so much effort to put together. It's mind-boggling. For the Drone Club, I've talked to them several times about the editing process and all that, and how many steps there are to go through, and they're just like, oh my gosh, how do you get this done? It's like, well, you take it one step at a time. I mean, the fun part is doing the flying and the research. After that, it's just sitting in front of a computer, banging your head against the table. All right. Let's see. Sodfather says, the new home construction supplied termite company kept coming to my home day after day to try and get me to sign that paperwork. I told him he can try all he wants. I'm never going to sign. Nope, I agree 100%. Rexky says, we have a block house inspected for termites regularly. Yep, absolutely. Because, people think, well, it's concrete, they're not going to come up through. No, they'll make these little, I forgot what they call basically little mud pipes that they will take, and they will find the tiniest spot and get through, and you'll see the little mud pipes up on the side of your house. Not fun. I had termites in my house in Memphis, and the guy showed me that. It's like, chinch bug issue high this year in my area, St. John's. Yeah, I agree. I've got a problem with them too. It looks like in my backyard over in Moultrie Creek, and it is what it is. I'm gonna have to get somebody to look at them. Yeah, big headache. All right. What time is it? So. What do you think? Let's take a look at what a trim notice is so you guys can understand what is, excuse me, I'll get it. What you're seeing on a trim notice. I'm going to pull up mine. And it's all public knowledge, so it's not like it's a big deal. Somebody can find it. I'm pulling it up on the other screen. All right. Ooh, excuse me. All right, so this is what the trim notice looks like, and it's like, oh my gosh, what the heck? It breaks down. The top section is the ad valorem taxes. These are the taxes that you're going to pay based on property value. The first section is the first column is the numbers from the current year, and the next two columns are the millage rate and the actual taxes you paid. And then the second set of columns, where it says current taxable value and your tax rate this year if no budget change is made, okay, then that's assuming the same cost. There would be a bit of a rollback in the property or the millage rate, and that's what it shows. And then the third set of columns is what's proposed. And you can see that what is proposed is the same as last year. And there is a slight increase. Looks like on this particular case, $32 on the county's tax. School tax, state school tax looks like it is going to go down. And county school tax, oh, look at that, it goes up. And their millage rate still went, nope, they're keeping their millage rate the same. The school tax is just amazing because I think of Sumter County and 80% is the villages. And we don't put a single head in that school. And we're paying a tremendous amount of school tax. What the heck are they doing with the money? I'm sure I'm going to get another call from some of the school board members. I have upset them in the past when I question it. I don't understand where the money's going, what their budget's doing. It's just a lot. We got the Southwest Florida Water Management District, that's pittance. The Villages Fire District, there's an ad valorem portion of it. It's 0.0464 millage points. So basically a nickel on every $1,000 worth of value. And that's what it shows. There's another portion to the fire district, but we'll see. I'll show you that in just a minute. So now, next is market value. It shows you the market value. Oh, it went up 150, I guess. Okay. Prior year, current year, so it shows an increase. Assessed value, though, only went up, what, $7,000? Yeah, a little over $7,000. Even though the property values went up $150,000. That's because of the 3% cap that they put on it. Let's see, and then Save Our Homes benefit, you can see, okay, I had my numbers mixed up here. It's about $130,000 increase from last year to this year. So this is my savings. If I were to buy a new house today, this, if I took it and made that my primary residence, this would be portable. That would go against the property tax value, and it would save me considerable money. This is where Florida residents gain a tremendous amount. It's a very important tax savings. We're not seeing massive tax increases, as some would have you believe, because of the reassessment. Yes, property values are going up, but if you are a Florida resident, you are very well protected. If you're not a Florida resident, it's not 3%, it's 10%. That's still better than nothing. And then here's a standard, I was going to say $50,000, but it's the second part is inflation adjusted with the CPI. It tells you where to go for the meetings. And then you have fire assessment again, $81 and $239. One's for demand, the other was for readiness. And then there's the bond and the maintenance assessment. And really, that's all there is to it. These bond and maintenance assessment, the maintenance assessment is set by your CDD board. The bond is a fixed value, and it won't change. So that is the TRIM notice. TRIM stands for Truth in Millage. And it shows you what your taxes are going to be. And yes, if you pay early, you're going to save 4%, which is good. I don't know about you, but what? There's almost 3,000 there, and 6,000, 7,000, almost $8,000 total is my bill, and I'll save 4%. That's what, $320, 300 bucks. That's worth doing. All right, let's go back. All right, we've had some things come in here. What do we got? Decluttering again, getting rid of lots. Okay, what are we doing? I lost my place where we're at. Okay, we talked about termites. President Trump is going to be a hard act to follow. Where did you get your American flag emoji? Oh, okay. Victoria's here. Good to see you, Victoria. Let's see, decluttering again, getting rid of lots today. Yeah, yeah. How's life up in Jersey? You know, have you sold your restaurants yet? She's apparently Victoria is a chef. That's what she shared with me when we've had lunch a couple of times together. And she's looking to move here. I can't wait for her to get down here. And Larry says, it's turning into a full-time job watching all my Villages content on YouTube, Gold, Wingnut, Jerry and Linda, Rusty. Great stuff from all. Yep. I like your short list, Jerry and Linda and Rusty. But all are friends of mine. And I'm happy to say. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate the donation. And thank you for watching the new video. Okay. I had a full. Let's see. This is from Muskie to Victoria. We had a full-service estate company do it all for us. They photoed it and did the sale. Everything that didn't sell, they took to donation and dump. Okay. And what we made from the sale, cash flowed the whole move, including movers, car trip, even brand new golf cart, left some money left over. We didn't bring stuff from the old life. So, you know, that's a good point, Muskie, not bringing stuff here. Many people will bring their furniture from up north down here. You'll find that it's a different style of living, and you'll want a different style of furniture. It's funny, you go to some of these used furniture stores and it's packed, and you can tell it's all stuff from up north because people have bought new furniture that's a little lighter in color. It's not the big heavy furniture. Just different lifestyle down here. So yeah, get rid of everything up north. You'll get a better dollar for it up there than you'll get for it down here. Down here, it just becomes baggage. All right. What else do we got going on here? Let's talk about the libraries. If you've seen Villages News, there's a bunch of people upset about the possibility of some of the libraries closing. And what they're talking about is for this year, the Board of County Commissioners, with the county administrator doing all the work, put together an alternate budget. And it's an alternate budget. It's not a budget that we intended to adopt ever this year. It was for this year. And what it was we took the numbers that were determined would be a reduction in ad valorem tax revenue and the changes in the law, and we applied those to the current year budget, and we said, how do we balance the budget? Because we have to have a balanced budget. And so the first thing that happens is we do an approximation on what our revenue is, and we were looking at a $24 or $25 million cut in ad valorem taxes. It's quite a bit of money out of about a $120 million budget. So what do we cut? Well, The first question is, what can we not cut? There are laws and mandates coming from the state for services that we have to provide. For example, the sheriff's office, we have to provide that. Ambulance service, we have to provide that. There's a lot of other services. In fact, 80% of our budget goes to mandates from the state. So once we do that, we say, well, what do we have left over? Not much, not much. So what do we cut? We started cutting things that aren't required by the state. We started cutting and consolidating jobs. We're looking at reducing headcount by 52 or 53 people if this thing gets passed. Those are real people. Those are real families that we're talking about. When we look at the animal shelter, there is a certain level of service the state mandates. And that would be if there's an arrest, we take custody of any animals they might have and they need to be cared for. The rest is not required. So as Sumter County, we go above and beyond. And I'm not going to get into an argument with anybody about our animal shelter. Is there room for improvement? I absolutely agree there is. But there is, if this gets passed, then we're looking at cuts to staffing, cutting it in half to provide just the services required by the state. The libraries, there is no state requirement to provide. Is it upsetting to me? Absolutely it is. I grew up on a military base. Back in the 60s and 70s, military pay was, come to think of it, in the 80s and 90s, military pay wasn't that great. When we lived in New Jersey, we didn't have cable TV. When we lived over in Turkey, we didn't have TV at all. So as a teenager, as a child, I spent a lot of time in the library, a lot of good memories. I learned a lot. My favorite magazine was Aviation Week and Space Technology. I loved when it came out. I would spend an entire afternoon at the library reading it. Much of my free time focused around the library. So seeing it close is a huge, huge crushing blow. But unfortunately, there is no requirement to provide that as a service from the county. And because of that, it's one of the things that is being cut because there's no requirement. Now, not all the libraries are closing. I'm trying to think. The Pinellas at the Sumter County Service Center, that's staying open because of an interlocal agreement with the city of Wildwood. The new library that just opened up in Sumterville is staying open. And I think the one in Bushnell is staying open. Those three are staying open. All the rest of the facilities have to close. The county health department has 3 offices. It's going down to 1. The police annex and clerk of courts annex up at the corner of 466 and Morse Boulevard is closing. These are cost-saving measures to get us back down to a balanced budget. Closing the library is truly a painful thing to do. It has a lot of value. I've received multiple emails on the subject. Unfortunately, most of them are form emails. When I get form emails, they lose their impact. I want to hear from the individuals as a person, what they feel, not what somebody else has written for them. So one of the other problems with Amendment 3 is that it specifically limits what the county commission or the city council or city commission, whatever governing body is, can spend these ad valorem taxes on. Excuse me. I'm going to pull it up here because I got it pulled up already. So this is the section. It says ad valorem taxes levied by counties and municipalities shall be used only to provide for public safety, including law enforcement, fire service, and emergency medical service. Provide funding for education in public schools. That's the school board, so that doesn't affect the Board of County Commissioners. Finance or refinance infrastructure, including expenditures on road and bridge construction and maintenance and stormwater control. Okay. Finance or refinance natural resource projects, including flood control measures. Issue local bonds for uses consistent with this paragraph, and to make debt service payments for existing obligations. So any debt bonds that are serviced by the general fund can be paid with ad valorem property taxes. And if you want to take out a bond for other purposes, if it's not related to some of the other things already cited, then you can't do it. Meet the obligations for retirement benefits of local government employees, another state mandate. Fund the operations and administration of county officers and commissioners established in Article 8 and municipalities, and the expenditures approved by such county officers or county or municipal governing bodies, except those expenditures prohibited by general law. So what does that say? That last one's kind of difficult to understand, I think. But basically it says I have to fund the property appraisers, the tax collector, the clerk of courts, and property appraiser, tax collector, supervisor of elections. And that's all we're allowed to spend the money on. Now, we can approve other things, but obviously with these severe cuts, there's not a whole lot of money to approve for other expenditures at this point. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. The first year is tough. The second year, we're still trying to figure out the second year. But we're not going to cry over spilled milk because that hasn't happened yet. We'll see what happens. All right. Sam wants to know, can you remind me of the months you can pay off the bond in its entirety? I don't remember. I think you're going to have to go to the districtgov.org website, and there's that information there, but I believe it's prior to July 1st of the year, so it doesn't appear on the next tax bill. And that has to do with, you saw the trim notice. That's one of the many things that has to be provided to the tax collector to create the trim notice. So it has to be, decided prior to that. Let's see. Larry wants to know what percentage the estate company took, and apparently it was 30%. Okay. Totally worth it. Cheaper than moving all the crap from our new home to the villages, and would have never held all the stuff. I refuse to pay for storage unit, and the less stuff is more freedom. Yep, I agree. Wow. So anyway, the restrictions with this Amendment 3, you saw that's all you can spend tax money on. I get it. We're going to work it. Whatever the taxpayers decide, we are going to work it, and we're going to make it happen. And it might mean some painful cuts. But, I look at Sumter County. We have one of the lowest tax rates in the state. It's a well-managed company. I've been looking at this crazy budget for the last 6 years, 4 of it while I was in office, 2 years prior to that, trying to understand it. I do understand it. It's complex. There's no doubt about it. But there is, I have yet to find any frivolous expenditures. One of the things that we've done, the board approved taking some of our capital reserves and paying off some bond debt, some bond debt that we had because it was break even with the interest we were making on the reserves compared to the interest we were paying, and it's just one less obligation we go into the next fiscal year. So that's less money we have to worry about spending. All right. So, what else do we got? Anybody else got any questions? We're still at about 100 people. That's pretty awesome. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the new video. I worked really hard at getting it out. It was a challenging week to do that. I don't know if anybody heard, but earlier this month, the Attorney General had to rework the Amendment 3 description for the ballot. The original title was Save Our Voters from Misleading Ballot. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's not. It was Save Our Homes from Excessive Property Tax, was what they called it. It's now called Increased Homestead Exemption, Lower Cap on Increases in Non-Homestead Property Assessments. Now, there's no adjectives, excessive, and saving our homes. They've taken all the emotion out of it, and hopefully that will help people make a better decision. The decision you make is entirely yours. I'm not going to try and influence you one way or the other. It is what it is. Thank you, Muskie. So let's talk real quick about our firefighters. Now that we're past the election season and things are going well, we still have the general election coming up, but I can focus my energies on our firefighters. Each year for the last, 10 years or so, I have provided Thanksgiving dinner. Initially, it was just a Fire Station 45 because it was right down the road from our house. But then a few years ago, it expanded to all the fire stations here in the villages. If you're interested in helping out, basically what we do is we get a coordinator for each fire station. That coordinator then is the point of contact for the people in their area for the fire station that they are the coordinator for. And they coordinate getting the food together, keeping track of what they have and what they don't have, arranging for transportation on Thanksgiving Day, working with the fire station to find out approximately how many people are going to be there and how many people are going to be there, how many are going to have family there, because we like to have the families come if they want, so that they have time to spend with their loved ones on Thanksgiving. And it works out great. Last year, Commissioner Bogue, one of the other county commissioners, he took care of the fire stations outside of the villages. I ran the fire stations inside the villages. We had lots of donations, which was great. We were able to buy all the turkeys. We bought 22 turkeys, I think, and Four Rivers smoked them all for us and provided us with I think gravy and dressing and mashed potatoes. I mean, it was a very generous gift from Four Rivers to do all that. So we didn't have to have people cooking the turkey. We did have a few get cooked, but most of them were smoked turkeys, and it was very well appreciated. And we don't need silverware, we don't need napkins and things like that. The fire stations are fully equipped. What we do need, though, is volunteers. If you are interested in helping out in this effort, please reach out to me at Thanksgiving@goldwingnut.com. Thanksgiving@goldwingnut.com. I have a special email account for that. I'm going to be reaching out to my coordinators from last year to see if any of them still want to be a coordinator this year. Normally we have a pretty good rate of repeat rate. forget, I'm not going to try and destroy the words, on our coordinators, and then it works out quite well. Last year we raised a lot of money that goes to the Firefighters Relief Fund, and it's more information will be coming out in the next couple of weeks, but right now I'm looking for coordinators. You don't have to do all the work. You get other people to help you. You reach out to the social groups that you belong to, the neighborhood groups that you belong to, and encourage donations of either food or monetary donations. That'll be set up here in the next week for monetary donations. It all goes through the Gold Wingnut Foundation, which is a 501c3. So that is tax deductible. You know, we don't need 400 pounds of mashed potatoes, but you know, if you take and make 5 pounds of mashed potatoes, then that's generally enough for the fire station. The great thing about this effort is the food, because we have people from all over the country. Everybody comes here with these unique recipes from back home. And the hardest thing in the world is making that delivery, because the car is filled with food and all you smell is all this wonderful food, and it's like, oh my gosh. The firefighters love it because they get to try all these great dishes from people from, you know, different parts of the country, and it is a good time, and they are very appreciative of it. So all right, you know, it's 1:15. I think it's time to have a good day. As always, remember, life is short and power is fleeting. Beauty lasts only a very short while. All of us who live long enough will also become weak and very vulnerable at some point. So let us be humble. Help the sick, help the weak, help the vulnerable, help each other. For one day, we too will have to exit this stage, and so let us do it with humility, dignity, honor, and the knowledge that through our actions, we have left this world a little bit better place. I'm Don Wiley. Have a great day. We'll see you next week. Be sure to stick around for the videos that are after the advertisement for my sponsors. And again, hey, support my sponsors. They really do a great job. Take care. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. These weekly broadcasts and the construction update videos are two of the ways I bring information to you about the construction happening here in the villages. At Gold Wingnut Productions, I also provide a photo-video service for new homes under construction. If you're building a new home in the villages and you need someone to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates, then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo-video package of your new home. I've nearly 20 years in the construction industry as a project manager, and in the last 6 years, Gold Wingnut Productions has provided this valuable service to over 300 homeowners. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work is being done right and when it's not. I'm not just taking pictures like some do. I'm watching your new home build with a trained eye to help ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange for your package today. And I'll see you next week right here at Gold Wingnut Live.
Humans get confused when we lean our whole body weight against their legs. Like we suddenly forgot how to stand, and they think we're just being clingy.
It's not laziness. It's about security.
In the wild, pack members rest while touching. If someone moves, you know instantly.
Yeah. When we lean on them, we're linking our safety to theirs. It's survival, not drama. And here's the deeper part. When I press my weight into my mom, I'm letting my guard down.
I'm saying, I'm turning off my radar. You watch the world for me.
Watch when it happens. New place, loud thunder, strange noise. We lean harder. We're not asking for space. We're asking for a shield.
So when you feel that heavy little body against you, don't step away.
Be the anchor, because that pressure, that's trust.
It started with a scratch of a quill on a parchment scroll, a desperate prayer for a nation's soul. In a Philadelphia hall, beneath a summer sky, we looked at a king and we asked him why. 13 sparks ignited a flame in the dark, choosing the road that would leave a mark of a people who'd rather be rugged and free than live on their knees by a distant sea. Can you hear the thunder across the great plains? The sound of a spirit breaking its chains from the Appalachian heights to the Golden Gate tide. We got the ghost of the pioneers riding by our side. Freedom 250 thee, it's the breath in our lungs. One mighty anthem in 1,000 tongues. 250 years of chasing the light through the longest of winters and the hardest of fights. From sea to shining sea, under the stars and the sun. We are the many, and we are the one. It wasn't always easy, the road wasn't straight. We wrestled with shadows and we wrestled with hate. But the union is a work that is still in the making. With every wall falling and every heart breaking, I see the lady in the harbor, the tide and the poor, finding a key to a brand new door. From the fields of Iowa to the neon of NYC, you're the pulse of the nation, the spirit of the free. Can you feel the power of the dreamers today? From the Silicon Valley to the Chesapeake Bay, from the footprints on the moon to the courage in the streets, the heart of the hopeful never retreats. Freedom 250D, it's the breath in our lungs. One mighty anthem in 1,000 tongues. 250 years of chasing the light through the longest of winters and the hardest of fights. From sea to shining sea, under the stars and the sun. We are the many, and we are the one. Liberty isn't a statue, it's a choice. It isn't a silence, it's a voice. It's the sweat on the brow, it's the vote in the hand. It's the promise we keep to this beautiful land. 2.5 centuries, and we're just getting started. Freedom 250. We the people, still dreaming, still climbing. America 250.